Hello everyone, what's up? Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. Today we're going to be talking about what's happening with XRP in the XRP community. Now in CoinMarketCap, XRP is at 20 cents. So yesterday I bought more XRP and today a lot of good and positive news has come out. So I looked at this fun tweet right here from the Cool Twin.
I feel like I almost have to give a trigger warning here. If there are any Bitcoin maximalists who wandered into the room, some of this material may be a bit triggering for them.
So that was just a fun tweet I looked at. Now guys, before we jump into news, I like to say I'm not a financial advisor, nor is financial advice, it's just for entertainment value only. Alliance XRP has tweeted out.
So my prediction, about 1 year ago, I actually was here at the Singapore FinTech Festival, and I got in trouble when I went back to the office because the PR team said I had overstepped by predicting that within a year, I predicted that financial institutions like banks would be using XRP in their payment flows. And that was a year ago that I made that prediction, and I go back to the office and everybody was like, Brad, you're not allowed to say things like that. It turns out I was right. Which I remind the team of. So now as I look forward a year from now, like what are the things that are hard for us to imagine being true? And not even specific to Ripple or to XRP's community. I think one of the things that will surprise us a year from now is that banks will be custodying digital assets directly. And I think right now we think about that and think, look, there's no way that's going to happen. They're too conservative. And I think what you're seeing is, two things happening. One is banks are seeing that a lot of money is being made by digital asset exchanges globally, and banks are profit motivated. The second, and as we've talked about up here, certainly Ross has made very clear, is regulatory clarity and regulatory frameworks enable banks and financial institutions to lean into these markets. And I think we will surprise ourselves by this time. But I'll also predict that it will be banks in the ASEAN markets where there is this regulatory clarity and there is a lot of progressive forward thinking. They'll be the first to actually allow for crypto assets custody in their accounts.
Isn't that quite funny, guys? Brad was right. A year to date, he said this banks will be able to and hold crypto assets. Now, if we go to the next from Pump, we can see bang, bang. What do we see here, guys? US banks can now hold cryptocurrencies. I guess Brad Garlinghouse's prediction was right. If we go to BC Backer, banks have now granted approval to custody cryptocurrencies. The masses have a safe place to store them now. We were here first when we had to store them on hackable exchanges and on USB devices. Bring on the flood of customers. This is huge. This is very huge news, guys. A lot of people will be joining, guys. But I think I'll still put my cryptos in my ledger. Code Word has tweeted out from iPinky.
Most people will actually, most market makers will use XRP because as a currency without a counterparty, it is a completely unique thing in the protocol, just like Bitcoin is completely unique. So again, our view of why math-based currencies are so valuable isn't necessarily that they replace existing currencies, it's just that they have a very unique feature in that they have no counterparty. So the whole world, the world only has to think about one thing when it comes to Bitcoin or Ripple, is the price in any microsecond in time. You never have to think about the counterparty risks. It turns out that that is a completely unique thing that's never existed before. Most people will...
So, saying this since time, XRP will not be backed or pegged as it is its own asset class. If they do so, it introduces counterparty risk and defeats the purpose of XRP as a bridge. More likely is back stablecoins on the XRPL, as David Shores has discussed. Anderson has tweeted out, I don't think the US is behind in the crypto race at all. All of a sudden, banks can hold crypto assets. It seemed like it was years away just a day before. And the world just changed, guys. Isn't it quite interesting how this news just drops on today? Boy, XRP has tweeted out.
This is an answer that I'll be completely honest, because obviously I would like to say that I like to think that it can take over the world. But in my heart of hearts, I believe that these prices are rational. I know that sounds crazy, but in my heart of hearts, I believe that if this price was really, if the price of any digital asset was really irrational, there are billionaires who have access to the cryptocurrency market. If the price of any cryptocurrency didn't accurately reflect its long-term prospects, why wouldn't some billionaire buy a crap ton of it, and bid the price up? Like, I can't wrap my head around how these markets could really be irrational. I'm not an economist, and there are people who tell me that I'm out of my mind about that. But that is true. I recognize I'm opining outside of my area of expertise, but that is really, like, in my heart of hearts, what I believe. I believe these markets have to be rational because I don't see, not necessarily that every spike is rational, there aren't pump and dumps or fake volume, not that everything, but that the course pricing has to be, how could it not be? Come on. And so if Bitcoin had a 2% chance of taking over to $1 trillion of the economy, or XRP had a 50% chance of getting 6% of the forex market, how could it be that, like, some billionaire isn't like, oh yeah, I see that, and buying billions of dollars? Like, there's enough money, there's enough self-interested people who have access to the markets. I can't believe, again, I'm not an economist, and so I'm explicitly warning you, this is just how I, as a non-expert, feel. I cannot make myself believe that the prices are fundamentally irrational.
Now, what happens when that uncertainty goes away from the regulatory clarity? What happens when the market receives confidence confirmation? You'll tell the speculative value of XRP. Now, guys, we're to the fun part of XRP in the XRP community. Now, this is quite interesting. Chris has tweeted out, banks to hold crypto. Remember, price before regulations. Expect activity any day now. Good to bad to spike. Gotta get us out somehow. Ride the storm. So this is quite interesting, guys. Remember that they are trying to get us out. So what will it be? Will it be a pump or a very huge dump? But ride the storm out, guys. You are full of Suido. Brand new asset class for XRP. What does this mean, guys? Now you guys can pause and take a look at this right here, as well as this right here. If we take a look at this, it's a coin which will get a $50 price in 24 hours. It's a coin which will be put in a brand new asset class. Isn't this quite interesting, guys? What do we see today? What do we keep hearing? A new asset class. So, just get prepared, guys. Just get prepared. Reborn as Suido, national banks, the green lights, you say. I like the sound of that. 2020 vision. What do we see here, guys? US regulators have given national banks the green light to custody cryptocurrencies on customers' behalf. This is huge, guys. What do we see here? Green 2020 vision. Red to green. And you guys can check that out. Red to green as well. So we'll see more green towards the end of the year, guys. Hopefully. This comes from Kaboom. 15th August 1971, end of the gold standard. 589 months equal 15th September 2020. So what do you guys think about this? If we take a look at here, 589. Look at this, guys. 589 months equal 15th September 2020. So that is a day we should watch out for as well. Mr. Primami Asuda, why do I have a feeling 2020 will make 2017's pump look like child's play? XRP, zero doubt. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does make 2017 pump look like child's play. Now, Baba Cox has tweeted out a couple things. We can see here. Wait, does this say agreements were made in January? Well, I'll be damned. I wonder who said everything was agreed upon in January. TikTok. The 2019, 2020. There was January, the confirmation, then to implementation, then to testing, then to go live. And then he tweeted out phase 2 begins in 9 days. So 9 days left to go for phase 2, guys. And then the final tip for today's video comes from Baba Cugs once again. Bitcoin maxi all around the world are going insane. Crypto and banks defeat the purpose of crypto. Wait, you really thought governments would allow a monetary system without accountability? Don't make me laugh. Bankers always win. Go with the banker's coin. You will win, guys, always. So banks are coming to the play, guys. Banks are here to stay, it looks like. But who knows what's going to happen at the end of the day, guys. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. If you guys did, please leave a like, subscribe if you guys haven't already. Feel free to be a member of the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. And hey, guys, see ya.
This is the beginning of the greatest economic cycle this country has had since World War II. And I knew the things that Donald would do. And he hasn't even got started. But this is the eye of the motherfucking storm, the perfect storm. It ain't never going to get any better. Never. This is perfect for the QLA model. If I could have written a prescription or a formula, I couldn't have written it any better. Low interest rates, money's free, you stupid. Massive chaos. And Donald's going to rip the economy apart. And he's going to for practice in a good way. This is it. It ain't never going to get any better. This is like a multiple orgasm the rest of your life, you fucking slags that are in the audience. This is it.
Sometimes I don't want to hear what Dan has to tell me. But as I wrote in one of my blogs, the old man, he's always right. Because he's telling you what you don't want to hear about yourself, but what you know is true. And that is, you're not stepping yourself up. You're not stepping your game up. And you get caught up in fear. As Dan says, false expectations appearing real.